Hello folks. How are you? Hello, Sheki on YouTube. Let me check if my microphone is working well. Hello, Danny Lakes. Daniel? Or, no, it's Danny Lakes, right? You are supposed to be a hacker, huh? Hello, Hussein. Let me join. Let me mute that. Hello, Carlos. Okay, it's almost Christmas, right? I can't wait for this time. Hello, Shubham, the developer. Daniel Lakes, okay, it's working. Let me open that. So no need to see my face anymore. Let me just reduce a bit the music for me because it's too much. Okay. It might be better now. Hello, Liner. How are you? Okay. It might be better now. Okay. Hello, Liner. How are you? Okay. Hello, folks. So, where are you folks based? I see I have posted on Discord and also on Slack, and people replied with the India flag, with Kenya flag, Spain. Where are you folks based? Oh, you are from India, Lerny? You had an interview yesterday? How was it? Which time is in India now? Time India. I think India is too big, right? It can be different time zones. Okay. It's late. Alright. Got it. New Delhi. Okay. I'm from Iraq. Hafa, would you go to Colombia as a speaker at the conference? I have been in Colombia, I don't know, 3 times. And those 3 times I spoke in Colombia. I delivered a talk in JS Conf Colombia, also CityJS, if I'm not wrong. And it was great. Yes, it's very close to here. I think I did that in 2023. I've been in different, let me check. I think this one, no, it's the private one, maybe. I have been in, let me get the history from 2023. Okay, I think here. Let me check. 2023, I have been in Brazil, Italy, England, Canada. I couldn't because they rejected my visa. I don't know what happened. Spain, China, Ireland, Colombia. Yes, I've been in Colombia for JSConf Colombia. And yes, I have delivered a talk. A workshop about and solid, right? In Colombia. Okay. What distro are you using? I'm using Ubuntu, but I use i3 WM, which is a non-visual interface for Linux. Uh, 6 p.m. for Chioms. I don't know how to spell your name, sorry. And 10:31 for Shubhan. Okay. Yes, okay, great. Today we are going to talk about benchmarks, performance, Node.js core, and hopefully we should be able to create a pull request to Node.js. So let me open this little thing here. I have Node.js locally. I think I will need to compile that again. Let me compile with 10. If the live breaks for some reason or freeze, let me know in the chat because I need to reduce the threads, okay? Meanwhile, I think I can just monitor that. Yeah, not too bad. Fine, it's fine. Do you charge for being a speaker? No, usually not. Most speakers, they go to conference to either talk about on a specific subject. For instance, I was in Colombia to deliver one talk and one workshop, and my company was sponsoring a JS Conf, and they told me, okay, it's perform any solid workshop, so we pay your expenses, we pay your flight, your hotel, your stay, your food, everything. But yeah, normally people don't charge. It's like they change. We change services basically. But as a OpenJS Foundation contractor, I normally go to those events to talk about Node.js, to spread the word. You know, like to show what the features we have built in the last year, the performance improvements, security mistakes, to teach. So it's part of the Node.js development. Okay, we are building that. So let me get back to my profile. I believe we have a few things on bench node as well. There are pull requests, those two will be released very soon. I have one pull request that detects automatically mistakes or dead code elimination, but we can deal with that later, okay? But if you haven't checked this library, please, I'm sending in the chat, this is a benchmarking library for Node.js. Give a star, click here. That would help the project visibility, so more people will use that, and more people will help maintaining that, which is more important, okay? There's one thing also that we need to do, is that I'm part of the Express team. If you use Node.js, you might know about Express. And we are going to optimize or make Express faster, which is a very cool idea, right? There are a lot of things that we need to do. We have a performance working group here, which is pretty much the same we do for Node.js. So if you are interested on that, you are free to join. How I can volunteer and help the foundation. We have open meetings. We have the CPC meeting. We have, there are two things, right? We have Node.js and we have OpenJS. OpenJS is like the umbrella, right? OpenJS is like Microsoft, and Node.js is like GitHub, you know? So if you want to touch more in the code, help with code and things like that, I suggest to select one of the OpenJS projects like Node.js, Lodash, Express, Fastify. All those, they are inside OpenJS Foundation umbrella. or if you want to participate in the meetings to discuss more bureaucratic questions, governance and things like that, you are also open to it. So there is a CPC meeting OpenJS. If I'm not wrong, yes, OpenJS cross-project council meeting. And all the information you should find in the OpenJS Foundation GitHub. And if you have any questions, you can ask me directly on Slack. I can guide you to the best person to talk about. It just depends on what you want to do. Okay? One thing important, also speaking about OpenJS Foundation. Some of you, I don't know if some of you, maintains a Node.js or a JavaScript project, which is used by some people, like Express, Fastify. In case that's true, you might be following the best practices of security to publish your package. Recently, I don't know, 30 minutes ago, we have published this blog post, publishing more securely on NPM. NPM is changing recently. They have announced the trusted publishing, but our team or Security Collab Space team have reviewed that feature, and we don't recommend that usage yet. We are in contact with NPM. They are open to feedbacks, and they are working to have that improved. So I strongly suggest, if you are an open source maintainer, to read that blog post. Okay, I will leave that in the description, in the chat, regardless, and check it out. Okay, I'll send it in the chat now. Okay, that looks good. Any other question? Any question about Node.js core development or OpenJS Foundation? I played soccer this morning, so I'm actually very tired. So, okay. Let me see my tasks here, because I don't want to change too much the context. One thing we could do, we could create a temporary, okay, Express. Let's fork that. I think I already have that forked. I don't know. No, I don't. So let me fork Express. And we are going to create an CI that will run benchmarks before and after each change. I would love to contribute code, but I'm not as experienced. You don't need to be experienced. I was not, I had the same feeling when I started, to be honest. I have started on Node.js or open source, I don't know, 5 years ago. And I had the same feeling, but that's just the imposter syndrome behind you. So forget about that, try to help as much as you can, and I'm sure you learn, and you also learn that you don't need to be like a genius to contribute to that, okay? How do you make Express faster? So the first thing, before any performance work, this is something that people should have established in their minds. Before any performance work, you need to establish baselines. So we need to know exactly how well Express behaves nowadays, okay? We compare that with Fastify, and then we get the results. Once we have established the baseline, then we start looking to CPU profiling, we start looking to memory profiling and things like that. We can do one small test here which is I have released one feature to Node.js 24 recently. Let me show you. It's not me only. I had talked with Robert. We did that together. So let me show you. I think it was on Node.js 24. So 24. There you go. I think mine should be somewhere here. No. Yes, this one. 25.1, but also it will go to 24. With this benchmark, with this change on HTTP, we get 150% more of requests in basic tests, okay? So we can test that on Express and see how it behaves. Okay, I think we have installed Express dependencies. And then I did this work for Fastify once. Fastify. Oh. I think it should be in some of my pull requests. Here's outdoor. There you go. I will explain the GitHub action. Do you all know what is a GitHub action? Okay, yes, I learned about it recently. Okay. 24. Let me just change a bit here. So I'm going to explain what is this action about. 24, 22. Basically, whenever I open a pull request, let me show you here. Whenever I open a pull request, I want that whenever I add the label benchmark, we run benchmarks of this pull request in a dedicated machine and get back to me the results. Okay? So I will run the benchmark using the pull request, which is the change I did, and main. I do that for different node versions and I comment in the issue. Then the maintainers will evaluate if that makes sense to land or not. Okay? Are you working on a VM or do you use i3 daily? I do use i3 daily. So, okay. So here we have two outputs. For now, let's focus only on, let me reduce a bit the music sound. Okay. Then we'll get two outputs. For now, let's just use Node.js 22 and 24 for this draft. Then one thing I have wrote about is you can go to my blog, blog.rafaelgss.dev. There is one blog post about securing your GitHub actions. One thing I say there is Oh, not only there, but also here. Why you should pin your GitHub Actions by commit hash. So instead of pinning by version, I recommend you to pin by the commit hash. So once you have that, commit hash are less likely to be immutable. Are less likely to be hijacked. You can impersonate the commit SHA, but it's very difficult. But the tags are not difficult. So if someone for instance, imagine that I am the maintainer of actions checkout, okay? And I have the v2. V2 is basically the version, the tag that it was created, right? Someone stole my credentials and got access to the actions checkout publishing. They publish a new version under the same tag. They can force push that. Then I will use the same action, but I will use a malicious code. If I pin that to the commit hash, if someone hijacked my account and publish a new version, it will have a different commit hash. So it's more static, okay? So this way we can easily measure the impact behind the request. Yes, I wouldn't say easily, but it's a more overview because benchmarks, they are prone to mistakes. It's not a single run that will give you the full output, okay? But this will give an overview, yes. So for now, let's find the action checkout commit SHA. We go to the action. We get the last version 5, version 5. And then we get the commit, which is, you click here, and then you have the commit SHA. Oh, it's the preparation? No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's correct. You click on the commit, you copy, and then instead of the tag, you paste it here. Okay? We do the same for setup node. And here, if you do the following, v500, dependabot will automatically update this comment as well. So you know the version you are using. I think there is a new way to set output, if I'm not wrong. So I think we do that on Node.js, so let me check. No, I'm not using the... Okay, this way. So we do the following. Any questions so far? think that's it. If I'm not wrong. Bench result. Oh, I think there is something wrong. Okay, no, that's fine. Yes. Is the have to master pointing to a branch? Yes, here at Express, they still use, let me get that. Express.js still use master as the full branch, okay? So here we set the following. First, check out to the pull request head reference, which is whenever I open a pull request, check out that branch specifically for the pull request thing. Then, after running the benchmark for the pull request, you need to run the benchmark in the main to compare that. So you run that on main, and then we pass the branch you want to check out, which is on master for Express. Let me see if everything is working as expected on workflow dispatch. Okay. This should work. Then we need to have command and pull request. This one. Three zero one. One three zero. I think that's it, huh? Let me see. I think that's it. I think that's very simple. For now, I'm going to push that way. Let me create my own branch here. Okay, I think we have an issue for that. We have discussed that 2 days ago. I don't know where's the minute agenda? Okay, we have a baseline and I can play with it on my own branch for now. Wes, what is the handle of Wes? Wes, where is Wes? Express. Let's go to the perf working group. Yes. West dot. Okay, there you go. Good works of, oh, I can't show that. What else do we have? Okay, any questions so far? I need to do... Does anybody have any question? Nope. Oh, good. Is there something you would like me to do, like to show on a specific part of Node.js, learn about something specific? Uh, I will speak in Portuguese here. Não sei se pode falar em português aqui, mas tinha um corretor ortográfico na mensagem do PR. Você fala isso aqui? Chama Grammarly. É uma extensão. Okay, so I still have to do one thing. Okay, so I have 3 pull requests that I want to land. Let me check what's happening to them. Oh, this one now. Okay, this is better. Okay, I do have green CI finally, but I need someone to review that. So we add the help, actually, review wanted, and then this will send a message to Node.js core Slack. Let me see if I can leak that. I can. This is the Node.js core, and then you see there is my pull request on review wanted. Okay. So this is ready to go, and this one is still running if I'm not wrong. Job was cancelled, but there's something different here. Oh, 32 minutes ago. CI is still running. CI normally takes, I don't know, 3 hours to conclude. All right, so moving on. Let me see what else I have for us to do. Okay, this has been concluded. Let me check my open source log. Oh, there's one thing. Node spawn performance. That's interesting. Oh, I would like to show you something. Let me just... Okay. Let me show you. This is something I built, and this is very handy. So I want to create a benchmark for a specific function. So let me create this. Test bench. I have some examples here. I have bench.js, and I want to what I want to measure. I want to measure Node.js spawning process. So let me create a Node.js spawn. So function spawn process. Okay, I have two functions here. Hello Elvis, how are you? So I have two functions, one to spawn process sync and one to just a spawn process. So let me create a main function, that would be better. A sync function main async, oh better, time, and then I have time end, and then I have the same for sync. We call main, and then we have our example here. We have Node. Let's install the Node.js latest 25 version, okay? Right, I have Node.js 25, and then I run this. Ooh, okay. Let me change that to strict equal. Okay. Oh. Where is that happening? Is it code, right? status. What? Output new PID status. Okay, we have this benchmark. As you can see, normally sync are faster. Normally, right? I want to measure that. Wait, would it be possible to run these irrespective on platform for most part? I don't understand your question, sorry. So, a big problem with benchmarks is that I'm doing live stream. If I run this benchmark, we'll see that most of the time sync is faster than async, but in some situations asynchronously is faster. It's because of the variance of my computer, okay? That's there are background process running while I'm doing live streams, CPU is intensive, and these things like that could happen. So imagine that I have those two functions, I select both, I call my API, this has been called already. This will create a benchmark, a full benchmark function for me using bench node just by selecting the text, okay? But this didn't work very well, right? So let me there you go. Now it should be working fine. Okay, good. I have my benchmark. I can run my benchmark here. Node bench. Oh, allow natives syntax. Of course. I have the results. It still doesn't show anything really different, right? Like they are still in the same operations per second. What if we change the suite to I believe is suite options, benchmark mode for time, benchmark mode, time. Then we have the total time that is spent on each one of them. And then we need to set also a minimal mean samples to 30. I need to set that by benchmark if I'm not wrong. Oh, I need just to install the latest bench node version. Hello, hello, hello. I think maybe this should work. Oh. Maybe this should be right here. Something might be wrong with bench node. Maybe if I change that to ops. Okay, It's when I change it, the time is not working with min sample. So let me open a new issue there. Bench node, we open here. Okay. Hello Arman, how are you? Okay, what I'm going to show you is the following. I have this benchmark function and I want to run that in a dedicated machine. How you do normally that? How, if I ask you, run this benchmark on a dedicated machine, how would you do that? I'll be looking to the chat. I'm good as well. I'm good. So, what usually happens is you go to AWS, or you go to Vercel, you go to Google Cloud, Heartner. Regardless, you need to create the machine, you need to set up SSH keys, you need to SSH into the machine, you need to copy the code to the machine, and then start download all the benchmark tools, and then you start downloading. I wrote the following: IB agent CLI, where you pass the folder you want to copy, which is this one, okay? And then you select the cloud you want. I want to run that on Hetzner. I will ignore node modules. I don't want it to be installed. I will cd example IB, which is my folder. I will install, and then I will run the benchmark, which is very simple. I just need to do npm node allow native syntax bench.js. This is creating the machine to be... What the fuck? Okay, that makes sense, sorry. Let me pass the example. Yes. I'm copying that folder to my new machine on Hetzner. Okay, I need to set the token. So let me just destroy the current thing. So let me change this. So I paste the token here, and you don't see that. Okay. Haha, no. What the? Okay, I'm running that. Creating the Terraform. It's creating the machine. It will run the benchmark 3 times for me and get back the result and shut down the machine so I don't spend any money on that. So let it run. Warm up the FN. I don't get your question. Scary errors, terrifying errors. All red. Yes. Now it's green, so it's better. It's way better. Can you share a little bit about your journey to open source? Yes, I can, until that loads, right? Oh, can I? It's too long, dude. I can check my LinkedIn again, my GitHub. 2021, no, 2020. No, 2019, 2018. Yes, I started on with PHP on open source. Okay, I didn't create the GitHub back in the time, so I started on PHP. So I did a lot of Laravel. I didn't contribute too much to Laravel, but I did something. So this was when my journey have initiate on GitHub, on open source in general. Then I have joined the FastFi, which was the game changer for me. I did some contributions to the FastFi framework. I met some good people there. I joined Nearform. Nearform gave me some space to work on Node.js core. So in 2019, I have worked on Node.js core. I did some contributions. I don't know exactly what I did. I think it was in 2020. Yes, I have reviewed some pull requests. Actually, I wrote some pull requests to Node.js core. And then I became a member of Node.js core. So my journey doesn't matter, to be honest. What matters is if you just be around, okay? If you want to be part of something, you need to be around. You don't need to create comments, you don't need to create pull requests every day. If you just be around, talk with people, ask if they need some help, this is an excellent way to start your journey. Maybe my Twitch is down. Folks from Twitch, can you hear me? Because I can't see my return here. Okay, so maybe it's just my TV here. So yes, that was basically the idea. Node.js contains, if you go nodejs.org/calendar, you see all the meetings we have, most of them, if not all, except the TSC, they are open to public, so you can join just to listen, that's fine. So we had Node an API today, And then on Tuesday we will have the loaders security working group, which is the one I participate. We have the diagnostic one, which is very cool. We have the web. Also, if you go to Node.js.org, you will see that there is a get involved somewhere. Learn? No, I know that this get involved Node.js. Here, there we go. And then we have we have the Discord channel, we have the Slack channel, so you can ask questions. Just be around and you know, start talking with people. This should help most of the time. Okay, folks, I have a few minutes to answer some questions, but that's all I have. So if you have any other question, please send in the chat. Which means IB in IB agent CLI. I wrote this instant bench. This is a repository I wrote. We have the agent, which is the IB CLI. IB stands for instant bench. Oh, by the way, it did run. So we have the results. It ran the result three times in the machine and shut down, destroyed all the resources. So no money was spent on it. If you want to learn more about that, I'm sharing the project right here in the chat. Also on X. I don't know if people watch the X live stream. I don't know. Any other question? Anything else? Any ask, like in the next live stream, I would like you to do something specific. I could prepare something. Oh, good. All right then, folks. Thank you everybody for joining. Enjoy your weekend. Do as much as code as you can. Keep learning. Remember that weekends are normally the usual day. So if you want to contribute to open source, I normally use the weekends. I know that this might hurt, but that's the reality. Thank you for watching the live stream. Feel free to contact me on X, Discord, and also Slack. I'm open to answer any questions after the meeting. Okay? Bye bye, folks.